you. I think we have, I'm not objective, but I think Israel and the Czech Republic have two of the most beautiful hymns in the world. And you know the history and you know also the history of our hymn that is similar to a very famous Czech music piece. So I'll try my Czech today, so you will excuse me if it's not the best, but I'm trying, I'm doing my best. Vážení pane ministře státní, vážení poslanci a poslankyně, vážení kolegové že diplomatického sboru, milí zastupci židovských obcí, dámy a pánové, generals, people from the army, fire brigades, all guests, přátelé. Je mi velkou ctí, že mohu být izraelským velvyslancem ve České republice. Welcome and thank you for attending Israel's 78th Independence Day reception. Dobrý večer. Also the weather, I thought that the weather is like in Israel. This is the weather of Israel, but apparently it's also in Czech. So good evening, dear friends. I've already been here for 6 wonderful months. I must confess, however, that while I'm slowly learning many things about your country, Czech grammar is still a challenge, winning many battles. It continues to be one of the most formidable challenges I ever encountered in my diplomatic career. And if I have to say it in one sentence, český jazyk je krásný, ale česká gramatika je moc těžká. But during these 6 months, I have learned something far more important than Czech grammar. I have learned just how deep, rich, and remarkable the relationship between our two countries truly is. The depth and span of Czech-Israeli relations are extraordinary. We are connected not only by shared interests and common values today, but also by history. Every day I encounter the richness of Jewish history in this country, in its cities, its culture, and in the memory that has been preserved with such care and respect. And at a time when anti-Semitism is once again rising in many parts of the world, it is deeply moving to see that Jews and Israelis can feel safe, welcome, and respected here in the Czech Republic. It is something to be appreciated and cherished. Another testimony to the trust and safety, I don't know if you know that, but the Czech Republic is the 3rd largest destination for Israeli tourists worldwide last year. More than 250,000 Israeli tourists visited here, an increase of 65%. We have 25 weekly flights, and we hope to increase and go beyond Prague. Dear friends, mili přátelé, there is an old saying that I think applies for all languages and all cultures. In English we say, a friend in need is a friend indeed. In Hebrew we say, chaver b'shat tzara. In Czech you are saying, venozi poznash přítele. If there was ever a moment when this saying was tested, it was after October 7. And I got a reminder from our photographer, I wasn't here, but I think that shows what we had here on October 9th, and this is really remarkable. Since that terrible day, the Czech Republic has shown what true friendship means, not only through words, but through actions, solidarity, work in international forums, and moral clarity. And sorry for my friends from the foreign ministry if I call them all the time. Israel is fighting a crucial struggle on 7 fronts, a struggle for our security, our future, and I would argue for the fate of the Middle East and for the values that democratic societies share. We hope that when this difficult chapter is over, the Middle East will emerge as a better and more stable region. We are realistic, and we know that it will not happen overnight. Yet we also know that a different future is possible. The Abraham Accords demonstrated that old assumptions can be challenged, that partnerships can be built, and that peace and cooperation are not naive dreams, but achievable goals. And while our friendship is rooted in history and values, it is also very much about the future. The partnership between Israel and the Czech Republic is going from strength to strength. In the first half of this year, we already had 3 mutual visits of our foreign ministers alone. We have a very strong defense cooperation, and more is ahead. Last week, we welcomed a delegation of 50 leading Israeli companies in the fields of cybersecurity, health, and defense. Already now, I'm hearing about agreements being signed and concrete projects taking shape. This is no coincidence. Our countries complement each other remarkably well. Israel brings innovation, creativity, and a willingness to think outside the box. The Czech Republic brings outstanding quality, reliability, technical excellence, and a tradition of industry and craftsmanship. Together, this can be a truly exceptional combination, a match made in heaven. Before coming here, I knew that the Czech Republic was a beautiful country with a rich history. Today, I know it is much more than that. For all my Czech friends, you should be very proud of what you have built. You have a beautiful country, talented people, vibrant cities, remarkable culture, and bright young generation. Frankly speaking, there are many places in the world that would be quite envious of what you have. Sometimes I hear the Czech word bohužel surprisingly often. From my perspective, there are many more reasons to say bohudík. Because with all the challenges that every nation faces, and you have your disagreements like we Israelis have, you possess something invaluable, a strong foundation for a successful future. As for me, every single day I say bohudík, that I have the privilege of serving as the ambassador of Israel to the Czech Republic. Before concluding, I want to thank my team at the embassy for organizing this Independence Day reception and their hard work. For my deputy Ronnie and for my consul Iris, who are shaking still hands, and they're going to leave this summer. For all the security team, for all the local workers, for my defense attaché David for doing such a wonderful work. During the 8 months I've been here, without them, I couldn't have accomplished what we accomplished. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, finally, thank you for your friendship, thank you for your partnership, and thank you for standing with Israel. Happy Independence Day, and soon we will say Nazdravi, but first the floor to Minister Shtasny. Thank you.
Dear Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, dear friends, yes, this beautiful weather, of course, came from Israel. I'm very pleased to join you today in celebrating the Independence Day of the State of Israel. I'm also proud to express our close partnership with the State of Israel and its people. The relationship between the Czech Republic and Israel is truly special. Our nations are connected by history, shared democratic values, and long-standing friendship. We have stood together for many years, and our cooperation continues to grow stronger. In recent months, we have seen several important meetings between Czech and Israeli representatives, including discussions between Minister Petr Matýnka and Minister Gideon Sar. The Business Forum in Prague also confirmed the excellent relations between our two countries. We work closely together in many areas, from security and innovation to science, education, trade, and culture. The Czech Republic highly values Israel as a close partner and ally. Today is not only the celebration of independence and statehood, it is also a celebration of freedom, courage, and hope for the future. Allow me to wish the State of Israel and all its citizens lasting peace, safety, prosperity, and continued success in the years ahead. Happy Independence Day.
I hope that you will experience the melting pot in food, drinks. In beer we cannot compete with you, but I hope that our wine will still, you will like our wine. So please enjoy the good weather, food and atmosphere, and thank you for coming. Thank you. Have a lovely evening.